Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And today I got another early access screener from my friends over at Terror Films. And the movie that I'm referring to is the 2025 film Meathook, directed and written by Jeremy Ashley. So this movie is a great throwback to classic slasher films, and it's funny at times too because it goes very meta and even breaks the fourth wall at moments. Meathook is a fun horror film that asks the question, what happens to the final girl after the end credits roll? So here's the concept for this one. We have our main character of Jordan, who 2 years ago ran into a horrifying situation with a serial killer known as the Meathook Man. Jordan is now doing her best to move on, as the rest of her friends that were in that experience with her were slaughtered, and now she is all alone and dealing with a couple of issues after this situation, both mentally and physically. Nowadays, Jordan is getting some help though. She's seeing a psychologist on campus. Her roommate is being very helpful, although some of her other roommates are definitely not being helpful whatsoever, and in fact are probably making it much, much worse. Jordan also ends up befriending a student named Grayson, who wants her to appear on his true crime podcast as an opportunity for her to talk about what happened and perhaps heal a little bit of that pain. Things are starting to look much better for Jordan, and of course, this is when the worst thing that could happen does happen, as the Meat Hook Man begins his rampage again, and he seems to be able to figure out where Jordan is now coming for her again. The police officer that worked the original case is at least back around to try and help her out. But some of her roommates are making it very difficult as they are not willing to cancel their spring break party that they're going to be having at their place. So, will everyone be able to stop the Meat Hook Man, or will he finally be able to get his revenge on Jordan? So I really enjoyed the classic slasher film feel of this. I also really like the characters a lot. Renee Leach, who plays the main character of Jordan, did a phenomenal job. One of the things, though, I will say that I liked at moments but was also kind of iffy about was when they did break the fourth wall or when they were just very meta in the way that they were talking about stuff. Not that it was bad, it was just a little weird because it didn't feel like it was supposed to be a horror comedy, but it kind of became one in those moments. I will say this is definitely one I recommend checking out. For me on my scale, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Now, once this one does become available in just a few more days, you'll be able to find it on Chilling, Scare Network TV, Kings of Horror, Watch Movies Now, Shocks and Docs, the Terror Films YouTube channel, and many other options. So if you get a chance to watch this, go and do so, and then come back and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Skewed Reviews. And once again, I want to thank Terror Films for sending me another early access screener because I love to watch horror movies and it's so much fun to watch them early. Feel free to keep sending them to me. I'll definitely watch and review each and every one of them. And if anyone else out there has an ability of sending a movie screener to me, absolutely reach out. I'd love to be able to watch it, review it, and give a little bit of extra publicity towards your film.